Nobody can push buttons you don't give them. Here's the button pusher myth, that other people have magical powers over your emotions. But buttons only work when they're connected to something. Those buttons are actually unhealed wounds or values violations from your past. When someone pushes your buttons, they're showing you exactly where you still need healing. Your coworker makes that sarcastic comment that always sets you off. Instead of automatically reacting, pause and ask, what is this really about? Maybe it reminds you of your critical parent. Suddenly, the coworker isn't pushing your buttons, they're revealing them. When you stop being a remote control, you become the operator of your own emotional state. Nobody gets to decide how you feel except you. Consider your biggest trigger person. What they trigger in you has nothing to do with them. Chapter 2. The secondary emotion.
All right, Brandon. You control it when you want to get angry or not, Brandon.
Yeah. And let me tell you a quick story, real quick.
All right.
Taking my daughter to school. I tell her, make sure she got all her books and stuff. She's in the beta club, like I said. So we heading to school. She finally looked in her book bag. She saw that she didn't have her notebook. I was like, oh my God. So now I'm like, we're going to be either late or I'm going to have to run back home after I drop you off to run you your notebook for school. So I'm not going to say I was getting angry, but as a parent, you be like, you frustrated because you like, I told you to check this X, Y, Z. So I tried to let it go, try to change the subject because I didn't want to let her have a bad day and thinking I'm upset and, all those kind of things when I could just let it go because there's nothing I can do about it and move on. So, like I said, I'm glad you brought this up. And we talked yesterday about some of the other stuff I was going through. But I'm
And
like,
ain't
dang,
your
Lewis
daughter.
is no right.
It
Go
ain't your
ahead.
daughter, Brandon. What happened? What happened to Brandon?
Go ahead.
Brandon slept with that sweat on his back last night.
Well, the
That's
other
what
night
happened to
before,
Brandon.
for sure. Yeah. So
The AC
that's
went
part
out.
of it. That's part of it.
All
Yeah.
right. And guess what? His daughter probably didn't sleep well because she was hot and she forgot her notebook.
Uh-huh.
Brandon handled it just right. Don't get angry. Don't get upset. What I do now, I do this. When somebody's trying to put you, Brandon, that's what I do.
But for some reason, you're really good at controlling yourself. And sometimes I'm even amazed how mad you don't get. Doing this show with Lewis, I'll be like, Lewis, let's do a show today, and then we don't end up doing a show. We changing stuff around. I'm telling you something. It's not the last minute, but like I say, it's a couple hours. I'll be like, oh, Lewis, I forgot. I had a show. We had a show today. Something came up. My air, like I said, the air wasn't working. Why doesn't Lewis get mad? What's up with that? Like I say, have you learned so many different concepts like this that you don't let it bother you?
Well, here's the thing with Brandon. I had to teach Brandon for the first couple of weeks to be respectful. Don't cross the boundaries. All right.
Right.
One of my boundaries, I got much respect for Brandon. One of my boundaries that Brandon, just let me know. All right. You know I'm struggling to get over here on this camera. Don't let me know last minute. Brandon said, Lewis, since I appreciate your perspective, I could try to do it. Yeah. Ever since then, everything is all cool because I know Brandon don't have no ill intent. Things come open.
But even with that, like most people, they're gonna have a bad day or just one time they just gonna snap. What makes it where you're not there? You're not there yet. Even all the stuff you're going through, like you might be going through health issues, drama with your family members, or anything like that. Why aren't you there?
Okay, now I'm about to talk like me. I save my violence for the special people. All right.
Okay, so what's that?
When I gotta unleash it, you think you just fighting. Hey, you got bad breath. You fighting. I told you the bill, but the bill is $3,800.
Yeah.
He ought to bring in $3,500. All right. I gotta manage the place I'm at. I gotta manage the place in North Carolina. I gotta manage the place in South Carolina. I gotta manage another place in South Carolina. I gotta look at my bills. I gotta look at my mom bills. We got the taxes coming up due this week. Next month. We got the other taxes on the other place.
That sounds like a lot of stuff. So you can snap. You ready to snap on somebody?
Oh,
on the wrong person.
No, it's gonna be on the right person. So where I unleash myself, you getting all that. Boom. And I'm gonna have a good time with you. But people don't need that, Brandon.
Yeah, they don't.